Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is September 14th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking great. Let's look at this. We're on the 4-hour chart. Look at what we said yesterday, right? Yesterday, we put forth the theory that this huge wick down, some people in the comments, thank you for commenting, by the way, are saying that this was likely due to the FUD on Litecoin. It was FUD because Litecoin apparently announced that they had a partnership with Walmart, and soon after it was verified to be untrue, and that plummeted the price. I don't know why, but anyway, we had this dip outside of the lower boundary of the channel, which I noted was characteristic of a Wyckoff accumulation spring. Basically, it's a bear trap. It's the composite man. Again, Google it if you're not exactly sure what I'm talking about when I reference the composite man and Wyckoff accumulation. The composite man is attempting to really wrest the asset out of the hands of sellers weekends, and so they're going to plunge the price below the lower boundary of our trading range, and right after that spring the price up. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. We have on the 4-hourly time frame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strong green candles in a row. That's 24 hours straight of upwards motion since that spring action. If you're looking at the range, the entirety of the range, you don't see anything like that. It looks very much like we're leaving the channel, just like this, this white kind of path I drew just, randomly, not randomly, but like roughly. I drew this rough kind of path of price action. It kind of looks like we're doing that and we're about to leave the range. There's one other thing I want to show you that gives me a lot of, it tells me that with a high degree of probability, we're going to leave the range either today or early tomorrow. And this is what. But before I show you that, please, let's look at the larger example again. And for those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know that I showed you this yesterday. I'm not showing you a copy. I'm just showing you history. This is what happened a few months ago. Here was our spring. Basically, we dipped below 30K, and everybody thought we were going to zero. Not everybody, but some people who had a bearish sort of inclination. And what happened after that? Straight green candles for who knows how long, for a long time, for 45 days, 48 days, we said yesterday, right? We may see something similar here, right? This is just a smaller sort of a fractal, a smaller version of this. Let's go back on the 4-hourly time frame. So just to show you all, again, when we're doing technical analysis, you're not guessing, and obviously you're guessing, but you're doing informative guesses based off of data information. But it's not like I'm taking some dice and I'm just throwing them and saying, oh, it's going up, it's going sideways, it's going down. No. You're looking at history, you're looking at the charts, what's it showing you, and you're seeing these patterns. And this pattern to me looks like Wyckoff accumulation, and it looks to me like we hit the spring, and it looks to me like we're leaving the channel. And if you want to go and give a little more fodder to that explanation, look at this candle that we just printed. We're on the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute chart. Okay, and what I drew out the Elliott wave of this impulse. So for those of you who are subscribed to the channel, you'll know I use Elliott wave quite a bit, and it shows you, really interestingly enough, exactly when price leaves and it's going in one direction, either up or down, how long it can go up for and when it's going to correct. And those are Elliott waves. So the first third, and fifth wave in an uptrend are upwards, and the second and fourth are corrective waves. So we accurately predicted here the corrective waves and actually the end of the fifth wave. And I drew this out yesterday, I believe, sometime yesterday. And where did price action hit? Almost to the T at the end of the fifth wave, 46,739. It actually hasn't hit it yet. I wouldn't be surprised if it hit it on the B corrective wave. So basically, I'm saying that, okay, this is not why I wanted to show you this, not my Elliott wave sort of count. Look at this red line right here at 45,913. That is our point of control. That is approximately the 0.50, meaning the halfway mark, the halfway of this channel. Why is that so significant? Those of you who know anything about Gann analysis, Gann is another sort of famous, legendary analyst who had some really interesting theories that you can backtest and played out quite accurately. And Gann posits that if in a trading range, anything above the halfway, anything above the 0.5 Fibonacci level, basically the upper half means you're in bullish territory. Anything below the half way mark, you're in bearish territory. And so the halfway mark is going to have heavy resistance if you're below it, and it's going to have really good support if you're above it. Where is our red line, our point of control? And this VPVR that I have to the right is an indicator that prints this red line. I don't put it in myself. It's automatic, and it's based off of price action. And it's basically showing us that this red line has been staunch resistance for us. And we can tell that even without the indicator, right? Look what happened when we dipped below it. We dipped below it and we pretty much got owned right here. We couldn't get past it. We tried, and what happened? X wave, huge rejection. That is the rejection that caused. So for those of you just listening, we had a huge rejection at about 46K. We did an X wave, meaning a sideways action, and then we had a huge correction down to 45K. Back up for the B wave of that correction to 46, back testing it, and then down all the way to 43.5, pretty much for our big drop in that spring. And from there, it's just been upwards moving. But this morning, Eastern Standard Time, we tested that 46K mark again. And what happened? We got rejected, but not as much. We basically did a sign of strength, meaning we formed an inverse head and shoulders or flag, whatever you want to call it, and we rocketed up. And that, to me, shows me that we've turned a corner. The momentum, the character of price action in this range right now, as we speak, from here on out, is bullish because we're over that 50% mark, that 0.50. You want to pull fibs and prove that it's the 0.50. Just take the top to the bottom. Okay, and you see right here, 0.50 is at 45,939, 46. Does everybody see that? I hope you see that. So Gann analysis, I'm not huge on Gann. I don't study Gann too much. It's great for long-term trends, for bridging fundamental and technical analysis, I believe. But I'm more Wyckoff and Elliott wave kind of guy. But anyway, it's useful, and it's useful to know, and that's one of the little bits of Gann that I know. Anybody who studies Gann analysis, if you want to correct me or if you want to add to that, please do in the comments below. All right, so now that we're above, what does that mean? That means I can open my trading portfolio again safely, right? Because I'm not a big fan of shorting, especially in a bull market, right? We're in a bull trend, and some of you think I may be a perma bull. No, it's just that we're in a bull trend, so most of my calls are bullish. Most of what I see is bullish. I just call it like I see it, or I like to think I do. So now that we're in this part of this trading range and we're nearing an exit, I'm going to my altcoins. And there's two altcoins in particular I want to talk about today, Polkadot and Tron. Of all of the different coins that I've been kind of looking at, these two are most poised to pop. And DOT right now looks like it's going to go, but it's not. It is correcting. So let's see let's do a quick Elliott wave count. And there's something I want to kind of share, and something I use in my trading. I don't know the term for this, but think of this all as a dance, okay? And Bitcoin, the market leader, the market mover, is setting the tempo, okay? It does the music, and nobody dances without the music, okay? Let's say, that's a good analogy. Tron is on beat. Dot is a little off beat, but Dot is a good dancer, okay, right now in this scenario. Okay, so that's my analogy. Polkadot is set to run. And let's go to the 4-hourly time frame, do a quick, first of all, just pattern analysis. This is a clear cup and handle. It's a bullish pattern. And the target for this is the bottom of this cup and handle pattern to the top, basically, of the cup, which is your neckline, and it would be superimposing that distance from the neckline up. You're looking at a target of 64.2. That is a huge increase of about 42% that you're looking at imminent on DOT. And I think that's going to be, no, maybe it's going to be an all-time high, maybe it's not, it doesn't matter. But anyway, DOT's set to run, but not just yet. Why am I saying that? Okay, and we're safe to do this because Bitcoin is going to do some upwards action. You always, when you're trading, and I did a little thing, a little video on leverage trading, but any trading, you want to look at Bitcoin because it's the market mover. And if Bitcoin's going up and everything else has a chance to go up, it doesn't mean they're going to go up. But if Bitcoin's going down, it's very unlikely that they're going to buck that trend. You want to trade with the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. So Bitcoin sets the trend. And here, if you're looking at DOT, let's do a quick Elliott wave count and see where we are. This is one of the things I do just to get my bearing before I enter a trade. It's very important. You don't want to risk your capital without knowing exactly what's going on. So that looks like the third wave. It looks like a huge fourth wave correction here. Let's just say here. And then the fifth wave would probably be this right here. Okay, I'm not going to measure this out like too carefully, and you can use Fibonacci analysis to measure out the fifth wave because it hasn't printed yet. Well, let's just do it really quickly because it takes 2 seconds. The fifth wave is usually the 1.618, inverse 1.618 of the fourth wave, or it's anywhere between the 618 and 1.618 and 2 of the third wave. So I'm just going to use the fourth wave because it's, well, actually, the fourth wave dipped down quite a bit. So that would make that higher. I'm going to count that big flash crash here. So I'd say the fifth wave ends at 44.23. So before Bitcoin or before Polkadot does that huge massive run, it's got to come up here, and it's going to correct a little bit and then go. Okay, so this is why it's not set to run yet. Its next target is 44.30 or 44.41, and that's about 16%. That's still, a great trade and worth getting out of bed for. So that's Polkadot. And why am I saying that it's not yet ready to run, still correcting? It's because Bitcoin's not ready to run. And so let me show you really quickly. Bitcoin going on a smaller time frame, let's go on 15-minute time frame, it just hit its fifth wave, right? What happens after you complete an Elliott wave, five wave impulse, either up or down? You do an ABC correction. Those of you who are subscribed to the channel hear this ad nauseum every day, ABC correction. ABC corrections are a little challenging in Elliott wave because they come in so many different forms, but essentially it's just A, B, C, right? But there are so many different types of that. Without getting into the particulars, let's just say that Bitcoin is going to correct and retest that huge level that it spent like all these hours trying to breach. So you see here again, this level was such a big challenge. So what it's going to do, it's going to backtest this. So just think that it's going to go like this. You know, nothing goes in a straight line. It's going to go down, up again, and then back down, resting on the support that it's just formed, or making the resistance that it's just breached support. That's, you know, an RS flip, resistance to support, because we're going up. So that's what I expect Bitcoin to do. And because it's going to go up a little bit, it's going to give a little bit of fuel for those coins looking to go up, but it's going to quickly come back down. So you do not want to take a trade in the B wave of this correction. Let's draw it out really quickly. And I hope you guys are getting value from this. I know it's getting into the weeds, but when you're trading capital, you don't want to mess around. You don't want to start a trade, especially a leveraged trade, when time is of the essence. And like I said in my trading video, you want to get in and out as soon as possible. So you want to know all of this information. It's very important. So A, B, you can get lucky without it, obviously, but you know, if you trade enough times, your luck runs out. And, you know, you lose your money pretty quickly, especially when you're on high leverage. Okay. I don't recommend that if you're starting out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just buy and hold. Okay. So that's A, B, C. So that's pretty much what we're going to see more or less with Bitcoin. We're just going to flip that resistance to support. Okay. So that's why I'm saying DOT's not ready to run yet. Even though it gets some fuel from that B wave, it's going to quickly come back down. Okay. So that's DOT. And then Tron, I said Tron's on beat, right? What do I mean by that? Look at where Bitcoin is in its ABC correction after it's completed its Elliott wave analysis. Look at where Tron is. So Tron, first and foremost, let's zoom out a little bit and see what it's doing. It's looking really bullish in multiple ways, okay? It is printing a smaller sort of inverse head and shoulders right here. But if you zoom out even more, it is clearly in a larger head or cup and handle, right? This is the cup, this is the handle right here. And so this, the target is from the bottom here to the neckline. Let's just say, no, that neckline's a bit high. Let's say the neckline is here, okay? And so that would be about 16 cents for that to play out completely, okay? But there's obviously some targets a little bit before that, but that complete action of this cup and handle is about 16 cents. It takes us up here. I wouldn't be surprised if it went all the way up to 17. If you're looking left, you'll see 17 is likely. But now let's zoom in to see if we were to take a trade on Tron, when we would do it. So Bitcoin's currently now just completed its fifth wave and it's in its ABC correction. What's Tron doing? Is it the same? And here's where you will see what I'm talking about dancing in sync. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you see that? So we're on the 15-minute time frame. It looks like Tron, like Bitcoin, recently completed a 5-wave impulse to the upside, and it's now undergoing the A wave of its ABC correction, just like Bitcoin. Does everybody see that? This is why this is the better trade to take, because when Bitcoin runs, Tron's going to run. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was useful. I hope you guys are getting value from this. If you do, like and subscribe. Sign up for sign up for KuCoin if you haven't yet with my affiliate link, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.